Good day, everyone, and welcome to Obedient Family TV. The program where we enter and hope our life. Yes, hope day. And no be small hope day because all of us no go jump off our own country. We go keep up the hope. And that will affect everybody where they Nigeria. Say, the opposition where they don't give us officially. We don't they act them and we don't they do them. We go they bring all their rascality, everything we be say, then they do way no good. We go bring and come. Yes, the good ones we go bring and come too. But we never see anyone will be say it good. So now, well-meaning Nigerians, so now good morning, afternoon, and evening, depending on our time zone. We don't enter today. The things where we they carry come. One, now the thing where we they hear as we wake up this morning, say the court will be say it a seat for Abuja, the one where take care of Kano State. They don't come for their CTC, come begin they give another verdict where we say where they affirm the governorship election of Yusuf, that is the Abba Yusuf of Kano State. That one, now the document where we say it come out, they talk say they don't set aside the tribunal ruling. Meanwhile, waiting they talk for inside Abuja, when the man go Abuja to listen to their judgment, na different thing entirely. So all those ones, we don't see say, the judges will be say, then they commit all these atrocities against the society. They are actually, the people will be saying that they kill people like even Boko Haram, then better pass them because now small, some small people now then they kill. But these people, now the entire Nigeria, millions of people, now then they carry their mandate, now then they buy. So that one go carry and come. And we get our analysts where we say he go dissect the whole thing, whether na Supreme Court the man won't begin go, I be as in they tell and say, make him go return the certified true copy of that document, make a return them back. If he return them, then go know whether they won't go change the thing, make them tell and make it waka come out for government house. If now you go return that particular judgment where they talk say you go come back as governor, I be you go hold am. Which one you go do? Go comment section. Tell us how you feel about them. Then again, we get the one where we say they happen for Senate. Very special rowdy session. Now in the get. Labour Party senators. Now we they see. If Tony Woye, they para inside there. They tell their Senate president, say, you know if you treat them like, say, they no be the same Senate, then they no be the same people for their own constituency, be senatorial zone. Now they elect them for inside. That one with the carry come, how it take happen for inside Senate, and the 104 billion where they want share as Christmas gift. I been a Christmas prayers. We don't know whether na that one na in they bring scatter inside Senate, but we'll go find out when we enter into the program. Other things will be say we won't talk, but not only me go talk am. I get Angel will just come back, come join us, and I get Princess. Plus our own UC Maxwell wait and that for Zoom will be say go analyze all of these things. So Angel, welcome to the show.
Good day, my well-meaning Nigerians, my lovely and intelligent, obedient worldwide. Welcome. Tell your neighbor, say hope day, but not in our politicians, but in God. My obedient family, judiciary now na cash and carry. Our economy is suffering, in their need of fixing. APC just they do anyhow. My obedient family, I just want to thank Ona for your prayers, your contributions, and your support towards my mom's burial. It's no easy, but God did. With your prayers, we succeeded. It was successful. I appreciate you people a lot. Those that contributed, even those that contributed towards prayers, I appreciate all of you. I say, may God bless you all in Jesus' name. Welcome on board. Tell your neighbor, say, hope day. Welcome. Let's discuss.
Greetings, well-meaning Nigerians and fellow obedient worldwide. Welcome back to Hope Alive. Our problem in this country is not that we don't have laws, but the lack of willpower to implement those laws. And that's what the APC government has been doing. The judiciary is now deliberately trying to destroy the foundation of our society. Well, join us as we discuss.
Yes, so as you dey join us, make you no forget to thumbs up, click on the notification bell, make every obedient worldwide, make dem know say Hope Alive program is on now. Make we go straight into wetin carry us comot for today. We go start with this very thing wey dey happen now. How Court of Appeal go tell governor wey get the certified true copy of the judgment wey dem give am, wey dey talk say im go sit down for im seat. You go tell am say make im return am back, whether make dem for correct mistake, we never know. But if na you go return that very judgment. That is one. That one I dey go straight to our own person wey dey Zoom, Maxwell, wey be say e dey Zoom, because Maxwell dey very far now, and network no dey gree am join us all the time. So Maxwell, coming straight, two questions wey I wan make combine as one. This man now, as dem tell am say make him return the CTC, na wetin we hear o, make him return that judgment wey dem don give am, wey talk say dem set aside the tribunal judgment nullifying his election. Whether him go return am abi him no go return am, and wetin be the implication. That one na number one. Then the second thing when I wan make you help us analyze, na something wey Chidi or the Kano write, wey be say if I dey check am, e be like say the man make sense. He in quote, Chidi or the Kano said, "A corrupt judge is more harmful to society than a man who runs amok with a dagger in a crowded street." He said, while the man with the dagger can be restrained physically, a corrupt judge deliberately destroys the foundation of the society. These two things, I beg, make you analyze them for us.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kanu.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here once again. Good evening to everybody, wherever you may be listening to. And Madam Princess, it's good to have you once again. You see, the end goal of every judgment in court should be that justice has been done, and that the justices or the judges who sit before a case have been able to deliver its judgment on the very foundations of equality, fairness, or equity, fairness, and justice. Now, to your first question, whether this kind of person go return judgment, Yusuf of NNPP. Well, I don't know if he will be unintelligent to take decisions, but what we are seeing here is a catastrophe, Mr. Kanu. What we are seeing here is a very monumental disgrace on the institution of the judiciary, that a court of law will pronounce judgment in a case, and when it now produces the certified true copy, which is a document which is supposed to reflect the true tenets of its judgment, in such an instance that courts do not have powers, or in the real sense of it, to sit on appellate jurisdiction over their own case, meaning that if a court has had a case, it doesn't have power to sit as an appeal again on that same case that the same court have had. We've had several people making reference to the issue of what is referred to as the slip rule in law. Now, what is the slip rule in law? If you look at the provisions of Order 8, Rule 16 of the Supreme Court rules, it provides that the court shall review any judgment, listen, Mr. Kano, shall review any judgment once given and delivered by it, save to correct any clerical mistake or some error arising from any accidental slip or omission, or to vary the judgment. Now, Mr. Kanu, what we see here, can we call this a clerical mistake? That is one question, because a lot of people have advanced the arguments of the slip rule, because the slip rule is saying that if a court make clerical errors, that they can come back and review their judgment or their order to correct those slip rules. It must also be stated that such correction must not affect the substantiality of the judgment. What it means is that even if the court is to go ahead to make such corrections, it will not affect the real substance. Because what we are seeing here is that when the court was pronouncing judgment on the judgment day, it said that it has resolved the case against the NNPP candidate, Yusuf, and said that it has affirmed Gawuna of the APC as the rightful candidate or the rightful winner of the elections. But what we are now seeing in the judgment is that the judgment is now contradicting what it said. The judgment now resolved all the issues in favor of the NNPP candidate. So there are a lot of contradictory statements. And if you look, I don't know if that is what is on the screen, I can't see it. In the CTC copy, in 3 paragraphs, the court is recorded to be saying 3 different things. In the first paragraph, it stated that we have resolved the what is it called? The simple issues in favor of Gawuna. And then it now went ahead in the next paragraph to say we have resolved all the issues in favor of Yusuf. It now further went ahead to now say that this appeal lacks merit. It is unheard of that a court will resolve all the issues in favor of a person and then give judgment against the person. Because issues before a court are arguments that the court needs to review and come to a decision. And if we bring 5 issues, Mr. Kanu, to the court, and the court said that I resolve all of these 5 issues in your favor, and the court now still go ahead to say, I do not give you judgment, even though I've resolved all the issues in your favor. It is a fatality. It is a shame on our court. So the sleep rule does not even come into play here, because it is only talking about clerical errors, usage of wrong words, accidental slips in documents. But this is not the case, because what we are seeing here is a monumental disgrace where the court has participated in a fraud, Mr. Kanu. Because you remember when we talk about this Supreme Court judgment of the presidential election, where a lot of people came up with stories, with narratives that the Supreme Court wrote 2 judgments, that the Court of Appeal in the presidential election wrote 2 judgments, and when it came to the court, depending on who paid more money or who has paid more money to it, that he decided to deliver the judgment in favor of Tinubu. These were the stories that we had. What we are seeing here is probably a reasonable conclusion of those stories, that the court had already written its judgment in favor of a particular party, in favor of Yusuf of the NNPP, and it not went ahead to now give the judgment to somebody else due to some fraud or corruption that is inherent in the judiciary. And that now leads me to the statement of Professor Chidi Odinkalu. Professor Chidi Odinkalu is a man that has dedicated a lot of years in unraveling the mishaps, the corruption, the fraud that exists in the judiciary. He's a man that his statements about the judiciary are founded not on basis of hearsay, but on basis of proper research, documentation, questioning, and due to his connections within the system. When I mean connection, I mean having been in the system. He's a lawyer, a professor of law. So these are the things, and he has highlighted. You see, Dati Baba Ahmed made a statement that if we're expecting democracy, if we're expecting the courts, the Supreme Court, to give us democracy, then we will be highly mistaken, because the courts have become the most undemocratic institution in Nigeria. And that is why we can now see that the Court of Appeal now deliver a judgment orally and produces a judgment in paper that is different from what it has delivered orally. So when it comes to the court to deliver judgment, it tells Mr. Kanu that you have won. And then when he now produces the documents of that judgment, it now tells Maxwell that Mr. Maxwell, you have won. So what do we go with? Back to your former question. If Mr. Yusuf decides to go to the court, he will be given the same court, which we have said is largely influenced by the party in power today. He will be giving them the leverage for them to overturn that decision in the document and state that he's not the winner. So will he be ready to take that risk of giving the Supreme Court the opportunity to remove him from power? Because we have said it categorically that there is a targeted attempt, a coordinated attempt to remove opposition power from strategic places in government. And it has been happening through the courts, Mr. Kano. The question is, will he not decide not to appeal the judgment, knowing fully well that there is a timeline to appeal? He has about 21 days to appeal that judgment. Sorry, not 21 days, I think 14 days to appeal that judgment. If he decides not to appeal, Gawuna will come out and say that, hey, we will go by what the court pronounced with its mouth. The court said that I am the winner, therefore you must leave the office. But of course, at the liberty of Yusuf of the NNPP, he has the state powers within his reach. He has state apparatus within his reach. So what we are about to see, Mr. Kanu, is a monumental. You are going to see a lot of things happening in the coming days, because we don't know what the decisions will be. We don't know the steps that will be taken by Gawuna, the steps that will be taken by Yusuf. But this points to only one direction. This is the criminality, the corruption, the fraud, the intimidation, the bribery that exists within the judicial institution in Nigeria. And like Professor Chidi Kanu said, it is better to have a man running around in the marketplace with an AK-47 and shooting sporadically than to have judges who pervert judgment and deliver injustice in the court of law in Nigeria.
Maybe we come back to you before we go back to this thing. So, Angel, we don't hear how Maxwell analyze. First of all, if this man say he won't go Supreme Court, Maxwell talks and a risk in the tech, because we know what in there happen there. And before we enter studio, you dey tell me say this judiciary where we get now, them carry the corrupt. That is the most corrupt award for Nigeria, yes, for this year. So tell us.
Yeah, the issue be say na cash and carry na our judiciary be now. Once you get the highest bidder, na they give. Forgetting say future day, what will happen tomorrow? Because as they give that judges, they give that justice, they don't think about Nigerians. They don't think about over 200 million Nigerians are in their hands. They're only thinking about their pockets, what they will gain, how much is the governor willing to give to them. But forgetting that this is constitution, we need to uphold it.
Yeah. Okay, with that one, may I come to you, Princess? You don't hear how our own UC Maxwell take and analyze this thing. But waiting, I won't make you focus on. These judges will be said then they do this, and now they think say now people will be said then they Kano na their mandate. Now them get the right to position who go govern them, not to the judges themselves.
Yes.
And as you talk, as you want enter say money don't exchange hand, and you talk say no be saying a bribe. You talk say then collect to, but say be like say money distance. So
yes, like this thing that happened now in Kano is more as if it's reopening fresh wounds, because it's as if they're just it's more like a trend now. What happened before? Like if you notice, it's like a trend in all the cases that have been taken to court recently. This same is either a typo error or technicality or one issue or the other. There is always something that the judges or the justices have to say when it's affecting the APC government. Do you understand? And it is no longer hidden again. They are doing it boldly, that even the blind can see that this is a clear misjudgment. Like it's a bad judgment they are obviously giving, because how can now they are already saying that is typo error, they should bring it back for correction. I don't understand. And putting this man in a tight corner, if he goes now to the Supreme Court, they will say, do you understand? And if he doesn't, they might still hold it against him. So what exactly are they doing? They are playing with the Kano State people, and at extension playing with the whole Nigerians. So this is just sad for them to keep doing this over and over again. And it's just like doing it in our faces, and like, you people cannot do anything. Exactly. So they keep doing it over and over again. Okay,
as our time don't they give our signal, make we the waka they enter another one. But the last word when I want tell on for inside, Make una no think say the Supreme Court people know they make mistake. Now human beings like us, then they make mistake. Any mistake where they make, then go tell us say na the law. And we no get any option. Now then be the last thing before you go appeal to God. And which God you appeal? That one na for your knees inside your house or for church. Now you go do that appeal. But for them, if they make mistake, then go tell us say now so it take be. So all the mistake where they don't they make since now we don't they suffer as Tinubu dey there. Now their mistake make us they suffer like this. Make we walk out from that place. Make we enter waiting the enter for Senate where they get a rowdy session. Then they treat LP senators like say they no be the same election them contest. Then they treat PDP people like say they no be anybody for there. And but somebody stand up, Tony Moye stand up, talk, say you no go treat us like this. Let's take a listen. We no go there.
Are we your slaves? The way you are elected was the way you were elected. Are we your slaves? How else you can suspend me here? Are we your slaves? Every time you keep on picking leadership for us. We are not your slaves. Whether you like it or not, the way you are elected was the way we are elected. We are not your slaves. The way you are elected was the way we were elected. How else you can suspend me? You have done your worst, Mr. President. What do you mean by that? You have done your worst. You have done your worst. You have put us to the wall. Thank you. Yes, we'll start with that. Meaning what? Meaning what? Meaning what? Meaning what? It's unfair. It's unfair. It's not about me, it's not about any person. It's about the institution of Senate. Thank you, sir. Meaning what? Every time you give me tomorrow, they want to contest election. They want to win us.
Yes, so meaning what? Meaning say LP people no be their constituents or be senatorial zone now elect them where them go treat them. But these people be like saying that then they even cause a Maxwell. I beg help us tell us what thing they happen. Different things with the year they happen for Senate. Especially as Christmas they reach, we hear saying 104 billion. That one they come out from Jackson Udesha. But even when they talk saying alleged 104 billion they want share for Christmas between Senate and House of Reps, we know say anywhere where we say a child stay with the pointing finger, it be like say something they there. So what you see the maltreatment of LP and the PDP lawmakers at the Senate and House of Reps. How you take see and what you think say they supposed do about these verities what they happen for this country? Where they know they do.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Kano. I will speak from two angles of the conversation. The first one is that it's unfortunate that lawmakers think that themselves some, power deciding who speaks it on the house and who cannot. Nigerian people air their elected. We know that some
because they like say network don't begin there. Because we will know they hear you well for this side again. Maybe we need to check the network again. Yeah, they hear you, but the thing go come the crack where we say we know they hear go break, it go come back. But let's try again.
All right, let's try again and see. I don't know if it is clear now. Then I'll just proceed. Then I'll make my submission very quick.
Yes, please.
You see, now because of say these people don't believe say now then they give themselves power and say that they bribe courts to affirm them. That is why they know they even care about the people anymore. If not, they go realize say now the people now they give them power, and now the people now they supposed to represent to talk. So what APC is trying to do is they are trying to stifle the opposition on all parameters. They want to make sure that the opposition is dead in Nigeria and there is actually no multi-party system. And it's unfortunate. But the other side of the talk, be say, Mr. Kanu, you see, when issues will concern Nigerians come up for that place, these Labour Party members know they talk anything. PDP members know they talk anything. They always keep quiet. They know they even find this same courage now. Wait only when you take talk. They know they find that when you reach to fight for the people. But when it come to drag money where they go carry go house, now that time they can't get power. They can't get courage to speak against the APC for that house. So it shows you the priority of the people in the Senate, the priority of the people in the House of Reps. They have only prioritized their pockets and their bank accounts over the generality of Nigerians. And it's unfortunate that the people who were elected to serve, represent Nigerians, and pass laws and policies in favor of Nigerians only speak up when their personal interests are in question, but keep quiet when Nigerians are about to be sold. They don't arrogate so many money, go that same Senate. They don't send many money, they don't send many cars and everything against the people's wishes. They don't increase price of fuel, price of gas, price of rice, price of food. We are talking about 30% inflation in Nigeria. This December, so many people no go fit even chop chicken for their house, or even to cook, boil, or to boil egg where they go chop. But they have kept quiet all this while. But because of it now affects their personal pockets, they can speak up. It's unfortunate. And the people need to realize that these people do not have their best interests at heart, and they should come out and take back their country from these corrupt and fraudulent individuals.
Thank you very much for this thing. You did very scarce to the catch. We hope say you go there with us tomorrow. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and analyzing these things with us. So make we come back to studio now. We dey see say Jackson, they don't bring something else. I thought say 6 years old Pekin, the money were there for him bank account, whether na trillion or been a million, make we read waiting in carry come from Jackson. They will get reactions for X, formerly Twitter. So Jackson they said that 275 million found in Buhari's PA, Sabiu Yusuf, 6 years old son's account, 1.5 trillion in his account. This one are from Jackson Odell. So to bring them proper, he said the special investigator Jim Osayende Obaze and his committee allegedly discovered 275 million in an account in a new generation bank belonging to 6 years old son of a former personal assistant to President Muhammadu Buhari, Sabiu Yusuf, aka Tunde. Then another 1.5 trillion also allegedly traced to Yusuf, a very influential member of the former President Muhammadu Buhari's government. Tinubu is currently negotiating using some influential Nigerians on how to refund the funds without being exposed. Only recently, National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu lamented that the current administration inherited a corrupt country from the Buhari's government due to the large-scale looting that occurred then. This one now from Jackson, they make we come back to studio. Angel, make we start from you. Waiting you think. Then they use according to Jackson. But why would they always bring this thing? Make people know things, say maybe fake news or something. Is it verified? No. But you get some things where Jackson don't talk before where happen. For example, now Jackson bring days to Plateau State election appeal court ruling. You understand me? Jackson Ude informed the man, say they don't already sell in a mandate to say they even sell whether na $5 million. Now he talk say they share to the Court of Appeal. Now the man first talk say make them go arrest him myself. You get my point?
Yeah.
But 2 days later, then come talk say make the man this one. The man don't go rest. Then come carry only Emefiele go they do this. And since when they arrest him, they never tell us. Say see waiting. They never bring anything come out for inside. Yeah. You understand?
Yes.
So then they join the looting, no be so?
Yes, now. Jackson posted that Emefiele has refunded 4 trillion. You can imagine the amount, trillion, billion, like it's nothing. And in this country, we are still shouting that we don't have money, we don't have money. The economy is bad, the economy is bad. And all they do is amass the remaining that we have and go out there and borrow more on top of our head and come back to spend our money. It
be like say there for screen, Jackson, they say Emefiele refunds 4 trillion, Lemo, $500 million as special investigator recovers 12. These people will be say they even make mistake whether they vote Tinubu put for this very place. If I begin to open my mouth, or if God go hear me, all of them now bado them go eat wherever we say them they. People when they shout things for market, they never begin to shout. Which kind this thing be all this thing? And your man they do mui.
The thing is so heartbreaking. Borrow. Now it make everybody come out, come vote for P2B. They can't steal the mandate. Because not this borrow, now we no want. Peter talk and say, from consumption to production. APC can they do from borrowing to consuming. And the other day, 2 days back, when do press release, he talk say no, make we know they talk about election. That one don't pass for now. Say make we they talk about hunger day Naija. Hunger day Naija now. See all the borrow where they do. Where did they put the money? The issue be say then go tell us say they return Abacha route for $150 million.
Ourselves well, so this mistake will not repeat itself again and rescue. The remaining thing that is left to be salvaged, we salvage it and move forward from there.
Judicial rascality, executive embezzlement, and which way Nigeria, where are we headed? Well, as we know, almost all the judges everywhere are said to be corrupt. And that is the height of Nigerian descent. And every election in Nigeria is now to be decided by the corrupt judiciary. People who